there's always interesting things happening in Florida, and now it appears that the state's political will could be left up to rapper Pitbull. That's right, Republicans really want Pitbull in their corner for the 2016 election. Of course, he is of Cuban descent. That's going to be a big part of what's going on. There's a picture of Pitbull right there, of what's going on with the electoral process. In 2016, his real name is Armando Perez, and we've got a couple of quotes here. This is from Republican strategist Ann Navarro. She said, "I saw Armando at a party in Miami the other night and immediately started selling him on Jeb," speaking of Jeb Bush. "It'd be professional negligence not to. Armando is Mr. 305, and well, that's Jeb's area code too." Doesn't that sound hip right there? Then Representative Anatieri Flores from Florida, she said, "Who wouldn't want Pitbull? He can't just get us votes in the 305, he can get us votes worldwide." Jimmy, we're going to have you explain what the 305 is in just a second.
Really fast.
Yes.
Citizens of foreign countries aren't allowed to vote in the U.S.
Let's not confuse the Republicans.
Yeah, we may lose America, but the Himalayas.
Yeah, it's...
I don't think that works.
Right, okay, so next up, a Democratic congressional aide said this. He said, "Pitbull, a Latino icon siding with anti-immigrants. Sorry, I simply can't picture that with Kodak." Kodak used to be a picture company, by the way, folks.
Yes,
in case you know what that means. So even the Democrats sometimes aren't so on the hip references that the kids are all, it's like Snapchat for the old people. And finally, Pitbull had this to say when he heard about all these rumors about how people want him to join the political party, join the Republicans. He said, "I'm not here to be part of any political party. I'm here to bring political parties to my party because they can't, they won't, they never will stop the Pitbull party, dale." I mean, this is just so silly. But this really shows the state of America and the state of politics and media and music. Yeah. They really think getting Pitbull involved could tip Florida.
Well, I understand why they so badly want a singer. It's because every time they have a big campaign rally, they come out there and they play some song in the background. And then the next day you hear that the singer asked them, "Please don't use my music anymore."
Right.
Like Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel, the list goes on and on. They don't want you to use their songs, Republicans, although I can't imagine them coming out to a Pitbull song.
That was a very political answer that Pitbull gave, which to me indicates she got him. He's totally supportive.
Really?
No, come on. Someone asks you, you go, "I'm not one party or another. I'm part of both. My part and bring everybody to mine." Dale. Come on, dude. That's bullshit. That's a bunch of just.
Well,
you don't want anyone to know that you're on their side, or you don't really know what was said to you, and you're like, "I don't know what to say. I don't want to say I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know who Jeb Bush is." It's one of the two. It was a deflecting answer.
Yeah. Well, also, I can think of some musicians who've been sort of affiliated with the Democratic Party, perhaps. But I don't know that I know of a successful mainstream singer who's when you think of him, you think Republican.
Right, that's funny.
He doesn't want that association.
Right, you do hear this constantly, that Republicans use songs from people, and then you hear the next day that the musician is like, "I don't want to be associated with that." I'm trying to think, who do the Republicans, who are their go-to people?
Rock.
Like a Kid Rock, I guess, or
Ted Nugent.
Who else? Maybe a Ted Nugent. But who, I remember Bill Clinton in '92, he was using Fleetwood Mac. There's certain ones that they always go to.
He went his own way. But also, really fast, I think this is interesting, the weird hypocrisy here, that we've heard a couple of prominent Republicans talking about how bad of an example Beyonce is, and how can you guys listen to this music that glorifies sex, not just sex, but casual sex outside of marriage. Pitbull, that's what he does. Is he not a proponent of those exact things that you think are so offensive and objectionable? Or is it only when Beyonce sings the lyrics?
It's good that if the Republicans and Democrats are both trying to get Latinos to vote for them, that's good they're coming after us. And then she says that he's not for either party, he's more issue-oriented. He gets behind an issue. Yeah, what issue you think you're going to get behind that the Republicans are on board for? Are you against the estate tax? What fucking issue are you going for?
I'm pretty sure he'd be against the estate tax, because he's got a shitload of fucking money.
Is it immigration? Is it gay rights? Is it women's rights?
Stem cell therapy?
Is it education? Whatever these things, it's the environment, whatever cause that he's for, the Republicans ain't fucking for it.
Hey, he could, like a lot of celebrities, well, they're not political, and then all of a sudden it's, taxes. Perhaps I will be.
Yeah.
But also, I hope he understands, he has to be sort of diplomatic, but I hope that he understands that them wanting you to be affiliated with their party does not mean that they're trying to win the votes of Latinos. It means they're trying to steal the votes of Latinos.
Boom.
They're getting you so that they don't have to actually put across any policies that help out Latinos.
Very nice.
It's
yes.
a shortcut.